When the man arrives home, he notices something strange. A cave has appeared on the hill behind his house, seemingly out of nowhere. He climbs up to investigate and is shocked to find a person inside, holding a kerosene lamp and standing completely still. No matter how much the man calls out, he receives no response. Left with no choice, he grabs his flashlight and ventures into the cave to get to the bottom of this mystery. However, he fails to notice the mysterious fluctuations in the air, only sensing that some enigmatic force ahead is trying to prevent him from moving forward. Undeterred and unafraid, he takes a step and continues walking towards the mysterious figure. Halfway through, Mike realizes that the mysterious person isn't actually stationary, but moving forward at a slow and steady pace. The closer Mike gets, the faster the figure moves. This bizarre phenomenon, defying all logic, terrifies Mike. Is this mysterious person playing tricks on him? As Mike ponders this perplexing situation, the cave entrance, which was clearly in daylight moments ago, starts flickering between light and dark. Suddenly, a cry for help echoes from deep within the cave. Mike grabs his lamp and runs straight towards the entrance, but when he reaches it, he discovers that night has already fallen. How could such a disturbance in the spacetime continuum occur in just a few minutes? Mike races down the hill, only to find that his truck, which he had driven to the foot of the hill earlier that day, is now dilapidated and covered in vines. He tries to start the car to escape, but all the components are damaged beyond repair. After getting out of the truck, Mike spots one of his students' SUVs parked nearby, also covered in vines and severely damaged. It's only then that Mike realizes the gravity of the situation, and the key to changing everything must lie within that mysterious cave. Mike enters the cave once more to investigate, to avoid getting lost. He drops a glow stick on the ground every few steps. However, when he reaches the area with the air fluctuations again, the glow stick he throws suddenly floats in midair. As Mike approaches to retrieve it, the glow stick starts moving forward, just like the mysterious figure from earlier in the day. A few seconds later, the glow stick returns to normal and falls to the ground, while the entrance flickers between light and dark once more. Determined to find his missing student and unravel the cave's secrets, Mike presses on without hesitation. Half an hour earlier, Mike's students had come to visit him. They found his truck at the foot of the hill and called out for him, but to no avail. However, they noticed a worn-out rope trailing behind Mike's truck. Following the rope, they discovered a spacious cave, distinctly different from the one Mike had entered. As they ventured deep into the cave, they found the rope eerily severed at a cliff's edge. They realized that Mike must have used this rope to climb down the cliff and was likely still trapped below due to the rope's breakage. After discussing their options, they decided to descend the cliff to rescue Mike. To keep young George safe, they instructed him to watch the rope at the cave entrance while the other four climbed down the cliff using a new rope they had brought along. However, halfway through their descent, they too felt a mysterious force in the air trying to prevent them from entering, just like the enigmatic fluctuations Mike had encountered. But driven by their determination to save Mike, they paid no heed to this peculiar occurrence. Upon reaching the ground, the four discovered multiple narrow paths within the cave. They decided to split up to search for Mike, agreeing to retrace their steps back to the starting point if they encountered a dead end or found him. But just a few steps in, the two girls heard an eerie noise. Kara immediately decided to head back home. However, as she climbed the rope to return to the entrance, the rope above her suddenly snapped, causing her to fall back to the ground. Tyler concluded that George must be playing a prank and grabbed the walkie-talkie to question him. However, no matter how much they called out to George, they received no response. As the group discussed how to get back to the cave, George's voice finally came through the walkie-talkie. But this time, George was crying for help, claiming to be at a different cave entrance.